following is a Hoop Ball presentation.
Hello and welcome to the Box Score Breakdown Show, a Hoop Ball presentation. My name is Adrian Benjamins and I'm joined by Neil Rochlani. And this episode is brought to you guys by Hawaiian Isles Kona Coffee Company. Taste the Kona difference. Get some delicious coffee. Head over to hawaiianisles.com. You can also find their amazing coffee over at Amazon. Neil, how are you? How was your weekend?
Doing all right. I've got a couple victories in my head-to-head leagues. Very, very happy about that.
Nice.
Squeaking out a couple there. It was really weird. One league I won 6-3, but I won two categories by one turnover and one rebound.
Oh, close.
Very,
close.
very fortunate. So that's been pretty good. Spent the bulk half of this last couple hours watching football.
Yeah, some good football games today, huh?
Some interesting football games.
Were you rooting? Okay, so I
Yes.
was rooting for Kansas City, man. So I'm a little disappointed to see the Patriots win. Were you going for the Patriots?
Oh no, I don't think unless you're. Well, I was not going for the Patriots.
All right.
I was hoping they would lose 37-0. Unfortunately, they won 37-31. So they make the game more interesting, though.
Yeah, they're so good. Tom Brady, man. Tom Brady,
so good.
So good, man.
I know.
You can just
He's
never
so clutch.
count them out, right?
No, ever. And you basically just expect them to always, like, it's like watching Steph take a three-pointer. I expect it to go in every single time.
Yeah.
I just expect every pass to be completed. It's just crazy.
So we got the Rams and the Patriots. What are your predictions?
Oh,
man?
hey, are you an LA Rams fan now?
So this is very embarrassing for me to say, but Carson, where the Chargers play, is literally like 20 minutes away from my house. So I have kind of become a Chargers fan because I've been able to go to a couple Charger games this year. And so I kind of got into the Chargers. So I'm more of a Chargers fan than a Rams fan, but I will be pulling for the Rams to win the Super Bowl. I'm just so tired of the Patriots, man. It's like the Yankees. It's like the Yankees. You just get sick of them, man.
Yeah, let's compare them to Golden State because that's the NBA equivalent, at least right now.
Yeah.
I think you and me both will be on the Rams. So
Yes.
or at least
Should be a good game.
rooting for the Rams.
I just hope it's a good game, man. Super Bowl's fun. It's always a good time, right? You get together with your friends. You cook. You eat some great food. Hopefully you watch a great game. It's always a fun time.
Yeah, it's a great time. But the basketball schedule is very light tonight. Just 3 games, or this afternoon actually. It's concluded now for a few hours. Did you see anything on the news side? I have not taken a look. I know that Lonzo's out. That's a big one. Go ahead.
That's the one I was going to talk about. What do you think about Lonzo Ball, Neil? It sounds like he's going to miss an extended period of time, anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks with a grade 3 left ankle sprain. What do you think about it? Who do you like in his absence? Do you think maybe a guy like Josh Hart can step up? Or I'm hearing Rajon Rondo could be back soon. Do you like any of those guys?
Yeah, I've heard Rondo might be another game or two. We'll see if he comes back the next contest, which I believe is tomorrow. I don't think he's – excuse me. Yeah, they do play tomorrow night. I don't think he's going to be ready for that. I think Hart might be a good one. I don't think I don't know if I don't think Ingram's going to get any much better, or Kuzma is really going to benefit too much from it. I think it's going to be someone off the bench, so maybe it's Hart. It's hard for me to say. This team has a variety of options. Maybe Caldwell Pope gets more shots in. A little not really sure. Do you have an inkling on which way to go? I mean, Rondo's obviously the obvious pickup once he's back, but other than that, I'm not sure if anyone else really benefits.
Yeah, I would lean most towards Josh Hart, but he's already owned in most, if not all, of my leagues, and I'm not like crazy about it. Like, I don't think he's all of a sudden going to become a stud, and we're going to get LeBron back hopefully very soon. I think LeBron's just going to handle the ball a lot more. Also, kind of in deep leagues want to keep an eye on Lance Stevenson, but real hard. I mean, he would really need to blow up for me to make a move on him. I wouldn't make a move on him unless I saw him play well in a couple games. So, there's no one that I'm running out to get to. I guess if Rondo's available, he's definitely worth the pickup to see how that plays out. But, man, Rondo hasn't been able to stay healthy all year long. I don't know if he's going to see big minutes right off the bat. So, I don't know, man. I'm not too excited about anybody. What about you, Neil?
I'm not really excited about anyone either. I like what I forgot LeBron is pretty close to coming back as well. He's the one who's definitely out for the next game, maybe coming back in a couple days or a couple games from now. So I don't think anyone's worth necessarily adding. I think Rondo could have some moments, but even that could be, it could be like fool's gold. You might have like one really good game here and then one really bad game. So I don't think I'm going to trust anyone on the Lakers once LeBron is back. And then secondly, I wanted to bring up, were you finished with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Secondly, Dennis Smith Jr. I don't know if you saw this. So there was talk that he was being shut down until he was traded, and now it looks like he's going to join the team again and perhaps play. He's been a bit of a disappointment, even when he's on the court in terms of fantasy value. If he's been dropped in a league, do you look to pick him up?
You got to be really desperate for point guard. Look, I own him in a few leagues, Neil, and he's just sitting on my bench. And the only reason why I still have him is because I'm hoping he gets traded to a team like Phoenix or Orlando where he can start. And Neil, even then, he's going to kill your field goal percentage. He's going to have turnover issues. Even if he gets traded to one of these other teams, he's still just going to be a low-end point guard option. So you got to be really point guard needy to make a move on him. And you got to expect to get low-end point guard stats from him. What do you think about it, Neil?
Yeah, I've never been a fan of his fantasy game, so I don't think I would avoid him still. Maybe if you have him, maybe you can trade him to someone if another team needs him and they're getting excited about this. But yeah, I don't think he's worth a fantasy. He's not going to be a fantasy asset this year, in my opinion, unless he does get traded to someone like Phoenix. And then, like you said, it's still sort of a 50-50 proposition at that point. Here's the last one, or at least the last one I wanted to run by you. So Tristan Thompson is out again on Monday. I've told you that I am not the best streamer. Should I go with Zizic on tomorrow night's game and just roll with it?
Zizic looked really good in this last one, Neil. I think if Tristan Thompson is guaranteed to miss, and I believe he is very doubtful for this next one, they got really nobody else to play, right? Larry Nance is out. Who is there? Who are they playing against?
All I know is when I stream them, they do not produce. So I'm gonna warn you right now. I'm gonna do it. So I might put the curse on him. So be careful.
He looked really good in this last one, Neil. I say go for it. And okay. I say go for it, man. He looked really solid in this last one. Saw 31 minutes on Saturday, 23 points on 9 of 12 shooting, 5 of 6 from the line. Looked really good. As long as Tristan Thompson's out and Larry Nance is out, I think he could be worth the stream, man. Let's gamble, man. Let's roll some dice.
It's against my Chicago Bulls, not known for their...
Okay.
Yeah.
So a favorable matchup.
A favorable matchup.
I like it.
Should be a close game. I mean, neither team is,
if he was going up against like Rudy Gobert or like a defensive monster, I would say no. But what? He's going to probably play against Bobby Portis or Robin Lopez. I would take my chances there, man.
Yeah.
I would take my chances.
I think I'm going to pick him up. We'll see what goes. I think he's out there in almost every league. I mean, have you seen him being added anywhere?
No, I think he's pretty much available all over the place. Yeah.
All right. That concludes my news. Go ahead.
3 games tonight, Neil. And I think we are seeing a low game slate because tomorrow is a big NBA day. Tomorrow, Martin Luther King Day, one of the best NBA days of the season because, Neil, the games start in the morning and they go all day long. So a really fun thing that I usually like to do is I like to get the day off and just sit at home and watch basketball all day. It's so much fun. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get the day off tomorrow, but it's usually a day that I mark on my calendar. Do you like MLK Day, Neil?
Well, I like having the day off, which is nice. I like watching basketball, which is also nice. And it's also really cold here in Chicago. So that just makes me want to just hibernate on the couch. And
Nice.
I think I'll be watching a bunch of basketball tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's a pretty big slate. Like you said, it starts here at 11:30 in the morning and goes until about midnight. But today, let's get back to today's games. We've got 3 games. Let's start with Charlotte, Indiana. I don't know whose turn it is, but I'm going to send it back to you.
All right, I'll lead us off here. Charlotte and Indiana. This one was a blowout. The Pacers getting a big win, 120-95. I'm going to jump over on the Hornets side and going to start with Kemba Walker, who had 23 points, a steal, a block, 7 assists, 4 boards, 3 threes tonight. He shot 8 of 18 from the field, 4 of 5 from the line. Nicholas Batum was pretty disappointing here, only 6 points on 1 of 4 shooting. Did have a steal and a block, 2 assists, 7 rebounds, was 4 of 5 from the line, 1 of 4 from the field. Marvin Williams, disappointing game from him as well. A lot of Hornets not playing well in this one. He was 3 of 13 for 9 points, a block, 2 assists, 5 rebounds. Neil, there was a spectacular highlight where Marvin Williams went for a monster one-handed jam and Miles Turner just rejected him at the rim. It was pretty ridiculous. Jeremy Lamb, 10 points, a block, 2 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 threes on 4 of 13 shooting. Bismack Biyombo with 10 points, 12 boards, 1 block, 3 of 5 from the field, 4 of 5 from the line. Some nice free throw shooting from Biyombo. That's nice. Off the bench, not too much to talk about. 11 points from Monk with 2 steals, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist had 7. Hernan Gomez had 6 points. Bridges has looked really good in limited minutes, but we can't trust him in just 15 minutes. He had 8 points. No Zeller, no Kaminsky. Neil, what do you think of the Charlotte Hornets?
Like you said, it was a blowout, so a lot of the second unit guys got a lot of run tonight. Marvin Williams has been hanging on for value, 130th in 8-cat leagues, but tonight struggled, like you said, 3 of 13 shooting. And then Batum, despite all this sort of disappointment, he's still 108 in 8-cat leagues, so he's out there in most leagues. If you want someone low-end value, stealing a block, he can kind of get every category a little bit. Doesn't really hurt you too much anywhere. So if you're desperate for healthy bodies, he's one that's probably out there and can be thrown in there. Other than that, there's really nothing else here that, well, let me back up again. Bismack Biyombo, he's had a couple good games in a row now. Is he someone that you think I should stream?
Yeah, he could be worth a stream.
I'm nervous.
With the injuries to the front court of the Hornets, he's starting. He should see good minutes. I mean, he only saw 24 tonight, but the blowout factor, as you mentioned. But, we know he rebounds well. He can score. He can give you some blocks. So I think he is worth the stream. I would definitely check the matchup. And if he's got a favorable matchup, I would probably plug him in. If you need a big man, yeah.
Yeah, last 2 games against Indiana, obviously they've got Turner there and then Phoenix before that. He's not great defensively, and Sacramento before that, but only played 9 minutes. Yeah, I think it's it'd be risky to stream, but I think it's a potential if you need like you said, rebounds and blocks. And he's actually shooting free throws decently this year, so hopefully we'll keep that up. Okay, I'm going to go to Indiana side tonight or this afternoon. Led by Oladipo, 21 points, 2 rebounds, 7 assists on 8 of 20 shooting. Struggled there. 3 of 3 from the free throw line, though. 2 3-pointers, had his 3 steals. Nice to see that. Collison had a phenomenal game. 19 points, 3 rebounds, 9 assists on 8 of 14 from the field. 3 3-pointers, 2 steals. This is the kind of line when I drafted Collison way back when I was really hoping to get. Since then, I think he's been on 4 different teams, Adrian. Miles Turner, 30 minutes, 9 points, 16 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 of 9 from the field, 3 3-pointers, 3 blocks. Solid night for there. Thaddeus Young, pretty quiet in 28 minutes, 7 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists on 3 of 5 shooting. Did have a 3-pointer and 2 steals. Bojan Bogdanovic, he continues to put up a lot of attempts. 14 attempts, made 7 of them. Knocking down 16 points with 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 free throw, 1 of 1 from the line, a 3-pointer, and a steal. Off the bench, Corey Joseph, 23 minutes, 6 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist on 2 of 5 shooting. 2 3-pointers, a steal, and a block. Sabonis does what he does off the bench in 23 minutes, 16 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 6 of 13 from the field, 4 of 4 from the line, and a steal. McDermott gets a little run here with the blowout, 15 minutes. Tyreek Evans puts up a serviceable line if you have him in deeper leagues, 14 points, 5 assists, and a rebound on 6 of 10 shooting, a 3-pointer. That's about it. I don't know if there's any buzz about guys getting moved to the trade deadline here as we start to approach it for either of these teams. But it'll be interesting to see if Indiana does try to upgrade. They're a solid playoff contender, but we'll see if they try to get better or if they try to make any moves going into the second half of the season. So I don't really have any thoughts on this team. Do you have any thoughts on Indiana?
No, not too much for me to add. I think you make a really interesting point about I would imagine they would be buyers at the trade deadline because they're trying to get as deep into the playoffs as possible and make a run. So I would imagine them adding a piece or two to make their bench better, which is a little scary for me, Neil, because, that could hurt a guy like Sabonis or Collison or even Thad Young or Tyreek Evans. So this is an interesting team to watch going into the trade deadline. I'm not hearing any buzz, but I do imagine them like adding a piece or trying to make a move to make their roster better. I don't know.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
All right, let's jump over to the next game. The Los Angeles Clippers and the San Antonio Spurs. The Clippers getting the victory 103-95. And I'm going to start with the Clippers and got to start with Tobias Harris, who had a monster game here. 27 points with 9 assists, 9 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 threes. He shot 12 of 20 from the field, 1 of 3 from the line. It's a great game from him. Neil, this is a little interesting, man. Patrick Beverly coming alive in this one. 18 points, 4 steals, a block, 5 assists, 12 rebounds. He was 4 of 7 from downtown, 5 of 9 from the field, 4 of 6 from the line. He's available in quite a few of my leagues. I'm really tempted to make a move on this guy, but Danilo Gallinari missed this one, and Lou Williams also missed this one. I'm not sure how long they're going to miss. I do not expect them to be out for very long. So I'm not going to go crazy about picking up Pat Beverly because I think both Lou Williams and Danilo Gallinari will hurt him when they return. Avery Bradley also having a nice game. 15 points, a steal, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 of 6 shooting from 3-point range, 6 of 15 from the field. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, man, this guy has been a little disappointing lately. Has been just putting up low-end lines. So 7 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds on 3 of 15 shooting from the field. That is not good. He did have a 3. But I'm really hoping he can step up and have a bigger second half to the NBA season. Montrezl Harrell, I love that he got the start. I love that he saw big minutes, and he produces anytime he gets good minutes. He had 18 points, a steal, 4 rebounds on 7 of 13 shooting from the field, a perfect 4 of 4 from the line. Really like to see that. Not too much off the bench. We don't trust Gortat. As I said, Williams was out and Gallinari was out. Neil, how do you feel about the Clippers?
Yeah, this is the Beverly I had hoped to see at the beginning of the season as well. Didn't draft him because I was worried about some of his categories. But yeah, 42 minutes tonight with the injuries to Gallinari and Lou Williams. Looks like Lou Williams was questionable, so he could be back next game. Gallinari is going to be out for a few games. See how long that lasts. So if Gallinari is still out, will you consider streaming him? I think I'm probably a no. I think there are probably better options elsewhere. And also the other thing I wanted to bring up is the Harrell starting. He got 28 minutes in the start. Will that continue, or does it even matter? He tends to get the same amount of minutes. Stat line not very different tonight. Maybe it actually hurts him to go against the first team. I don't think it really makes a difference one way or the other. Beverly is someone I think is way too hit and miss, so I'm not going to pick him up.
Yeah, I agree. I likely, only because I think Lou Williams will be back soon. I think Gallinari we see soon as well. And I think Beverly will go back to what he was doing before, which is not very much. So I'm not going to go crazy about picking up Beverly. I do have one deep 14-team league where like I would be dropping Mo Harkless or something like that. So, in a league like that, you just want to pick up Beverly just to see, did something happen where now he's going to play like this and so in a league where you can make a move just to see what happens, I may make a move in one of those leagues.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's definitely not a bad idea. I think he's someone who can get good fantasy value when he gets the minutes and the opportunity. So we never know when things change for a player, and when he sort of gets a different role, it can click. So perhaps it does happen for him. Certainly a long shot, but you never know. All right, second team San Antonio. Start with LaMarcus Aldridge, 30 points, 14 rebounds, 2 assists on 13 of 21 from the field, 3 of 5 from the free throw line, a three-pointer, and 2 blocks. DeRozan came back, played 29 minutes, struggled though, just shot 4 of 16 from the field, 8 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal and a block, no three-pointers. Rudy Gay had a solid night, 19 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist on 9 of 12 from the field, including 1 three-pointer and a block. Derek White, serviceable line, not great though, 35 minutes, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists on 3 of 8 shooting, 2 of 4 from the line, a three-pointer, 2 steals, and a block. Bryn Forbes, very quiet in 27 minutes, 3 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists on 1 of 5 from the field, 1 three-pointer, and a steal. Off the bench, Marco Bellinelli played 27 minutes, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists on 4 of 9 shooting, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Yeah, 2 steals, 2 3-pointers, no steals, no blocks. Bertrand plays 22 minutes as a 3-point specialist out there. Let's see. I lost my place. 22 minutes, 6 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Made 2 3-pointers, whereas 2 baskets, a steal, a block. Patty Mills, 19 minutes, 6, 3, and 2. And a block, a steal. 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Portal gets 13 minutes. Cunningham, 5. Pau Gasol back to the 2-minute mark. Yeah, I was watching Pau Gasol. I think that watching can stop. I was watching Portal. I don't know if it makes sense to watch him either. I know Clippers were small tonight with starting with Harrell, but still doesn't give me much confidence for those guys going forward, at least on a consistent basis. Other than that, Bryn Forbes I don't think is worth picking up. Derek White, he's okay, but I would sell high on him if you can. And that's really it. Rudy Gay is continuing to be steady. So, any thoughts from you?
Yeah, this is one of those teams where we know who the guys are, and there's not a lot of question marks. There's not a lot of narratives as changing values or anything like that. The guys with value, we know who they are: Rudy Gay, Aldridge, and DeRozan, and and the guys that we don't trust, Jakob Poeltl and Pau Gasol. So, not a lot to say here. Not a lot to add here on the Spurs. I'm going to jump over on the other side. Actually, the last game of the evening, the Phoenix Suns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. This one was a tight one, and the Timberwolves edging out the Suns here. Man, the Suns surprisingly give teams every once in a while, man. They get up for games, and they make it tough for some other teams. So 116-114, the Wolves getting the victory. I'm going to take a look at the Suns, though, and I got to start with TJ Warren, who was pretty good in this one. 21 points, 2 steals and assists, 4 rebounds, 2 threes on 7 of 15 shooting from the field, 5 of 6 from the line. Devin Booker with 18 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. He did have 5 turnovers, but he gave you a 3. He shot 7 of 15 from the field, 3 of 4 from the line. Dragon Bender, where's this guy been? Double-double, 12 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, 4 of 7 from the line, 4 of 10 from the field. I don't know why he started. I don't know why he got 29 minutes, but I don't know. Maybe they're trying to showcase him for the trade. Maybe they're trying to move him. I don't know, but I would not trust this. Do you got some info?
Oh
on
yeah,
this?
both Ayton and Holmes are out tonight.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
It was the third. It was like the third string quarterback they threw in there.
Gotcha. That makes sense now.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. Bridges, man, seeing good minutes and not doing much. 3 points, 3 steals, a block, 1 of 3 from the field. He did give you 1 3, but not great from him. Melton as well. I've moved on from this guy everywhere, except in some dynasty leagues where I think he's a nice stash in some deep dynasty leagues. But only 4 points, a steal, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds on 2 of 4 shooting from the field from him. Off the bench, Oubre has been playing pretty solid and has been strung together a lot of games. I feel like he's pretty safe, even though he's coming off the bench. He's playing starter-like minutes. Got 29 tonight and got some great usage. 7 of 12 from the field with 18 points, 2 steals, 8 rebounds, 4 of 7 from downtown. It's a great game from him. Josh Jackson, 15 points in 23 minutes. He also added a steal, 2 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 of 2 from downtown, 6 of 8 from the line. Crawford, he contributed off the bench as well. 11 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 3 on 4 of 8 shooting from the field, 2 of 5 from the line. As Neil mentioned, Rashawn Holmes is out, and so is Ayton. So I don't know. Are we picking up Bender, Neil? Or I mean, if Holmes and Ayton are going to miss, I guess Bender could be worth an add. I mean, we saw him get 29 minutes and get some decent usage here. I don't know. What do you think about it, Neil?
Yeah, I'm not a believer. Even if these guys are both out, I just never know what he's going to do. This guy is not consistent at all, even when he gets minutes. So I would not recommend picking him up, and I don't think those injuries are going to last too long. So even if you do, be very careful. You may only get a game or 2 out of him. I do like what you said about Kelly Oubre. He has certainly panned out here. You know, I was too hasty. I had held on to him, and he got traded to the Suns, and then after about 4 or 5 games, he didn't look very good, so I dropped him. And now he's starting to remind me of Darren Collison. He's a fantasy asset that I should have held on to, and I feel really bad. But it's just more comfortable for me to like make moves and regret it, as opposed to sit on a guy and sit on a guy and sit on a guy. That's just my temperament. So like Mikal Bridges, I dropped him a long time ago. He could turn around and be okay, but it's so, these nights that are bad are so bad that I can't emotionally handle it. So anyway, I'm going to go on to the anything else before I go on to the Minnesota side, the team that you never know how good they're going to play. They can play really well or really poorly. Tonight they struggled against inferior opponent at home. Karl Anthony Towns, though, did play well. 39 minutes, 30 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists. Struggled, though, 8 of 22 shooting. He did go 13 of 13 from the free throw line, a 3-pointer, 4 steals, and a block. Andrew Wiggins, 10 points, 6 rebounds, no assists, 3 of 14 from the field. He struggled as well. Struggled from the free throw line, 3 of 7, a 3-pointer, no steals, no blocks. Taj Gibson with 17 points, 5 rebounds. Nice night here, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. From the field, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, a steal, a block. Jeff Teague got injured again and left early. I don't think it's anything serious. I'm not seeing anything. He only played 24 minutes, 4 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists on 1 of 3 shooting. 1 for 1 from the free throw line and a 3-pointer. Josh Okogie, 11 minutes he started, and it looks like, no, I don't see any injury on him either. I thought I must have got injured. Only 4 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist on 1 of 4 shooting. 2 of 2 from the free throw line, a steal, a block. Off the bench, Derrick Rose had a monster night. 38 minutes, 12 of 24 from the field, 31 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 7 of 9 from the free throw line. No three-pointers, no steals, no blocks. They even saw Jared Bayless dipping into the well here. 7 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists on 3 of 6 from the field. No steals, no blocks. Dario Saric got 20 minutes. I thought he might see increased time tonight with some of these injuries. It did not work out. 9 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists on 3 of 5 shooting, 1 steal. Tolliver, 15 minutes. Only thing I'm taking away from this game really is Saric. I thought is someone to keep watching. Even when they lost some of their playmakers today, Saric did not really step into that role, which I thought he might be able to facilitate. Derrick Rose can do that, I guess, as well as anyone on that team. So I've stopped watching. I'm going to stop watching him for the time being, and we'll see if Jeff Teague's injury lingers at all. And Tyus Jones is still out. Covington's still out for another couple of weeks. So that's what I got on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Any thoughts from you?
Not too much for me to add. I hope we see Covington return soon. This team really needs his defense. They play much better when he plays, and I think Teague left this one due to illness, so I don't think he was feeling well. So I'm hoping that Teague's not going to miss any time here. I'm hearing Tyus Jones will return pretty soon as well. So I think this team will get a lot better when they get some of these hurt guys back into their lineup. And that's pretty much all I got, Neil. And the last game of the night, you got any closing thoughts on the show? Should we wrap this up?
Let's wrap it up. We got a long day tomorrow.
Tomorrow's going to be a long one.
On the couch and watching basketball, yes.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Save our voices for the big one tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for listening and supporting the show. A quick reminder, with the big slate tomorrow, the MLK Day, as we mentioned, do not forget to set your lineups early. I know a lot of people like to set their lineups in the morning or in the early afternoon. And I hear quite often, Neil, that, oh man, the game's already started, the lineups are locked. So do not forget to set up your lineups for tomorrow. And then, that's all I got. All right, you guys, thanks a lot. Oh, hit us up on Twitter. He's at Ball with Neil. I'm at Adrian Benjamins. We love hearing from you guys. We will talk to you guys tomorrow. And we'll see you tomorrow.
This has been a Hoop Ball presentation.